Hi, everybody. This is Marisa Portuondo. I'm here to speak with you about a huge problem that we have here in Florida, and that is working as an unlicensed contractor. Now, this is a lot of information, and I don't want to forget any of it. Normally, I am not a fan of reading off notes, but I really want to make sure that I give you all the information because it's a lot to unpack. So if you see me looking to the side, I apologize, but I do have my little outline here to make sure I stay on track. So there's a lot of confusion as to when a license is needed. And I'm just gonna read off a list that I prepared here of some of the occasions where a license is required in Florida, okay? So if you're working on foundations, structural walls, plumbing, electrical, asbestos abatement, or any other tasks that are specifically named as requiring a license, then you need a license. Also, you need to be aware that certain counties require that you carry a license for certain work. So for example, some counties will even require that you have a license to paint. So it's really important that you check the licensing board in the county that you plan on working in. It also is important to state that you do need a business license. So if you are operating a business, you will need a license for that. Now, let's talk about the fact that Florida is taking this problem super seriously. It's kind of a plague on our state. And so the legislature has really acted accordingly. There are so many statutes and so many penalties to working as an unlicensed contractor. So let's get into that. Now, first of all, working as an unlicensed contractor when a license is required. So anytime I say working as an unlicensed contractor, that's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to doing handyman work that doesn't require a license. It's a crime. A lot of people don't understand that, or they think it's just, a civil thing where they can get sued. It's actually a crime. And so the first offense is a first-degree misdemeanor. Any offense after that is, I believe, is a third-degree felony. Yeah, third-degree felony. And any offense, so that means it could be your first offense. If it's committed during a declared emergency, we get those a lot here in Florida during the hurricanes, then that is a third-degree felony, even if it's the first time. All right. There are also administrative sanctions. You can be penalized up to $10,000. Now, one of the biggest penalties, believe it or not, has nothing to do with the criminal or the fines. It has to do with the fact that an unlicensed contractor has no legal rights. They have no contractual rights, and they have no rights in equity. And I know that's a lot of legalese, so I will spell that out for you. It means that if you enter into a contract with a property owner or anybody really, and let's say they're supposed to pay you $100,000 and you do all the work and they don't pay you, you have no rights. You cannot file you can file a lawsuit, but you're not going to be successful. The Florida legislature was very specific about this, and they said your contract is basically worth nothing. There is this argument that there's an equitable relief. Many times when people don't have a valid contract or they don't have a contract, they try to sue in equity. And what that means is, hey, it's not fair. So I should get paid regardless, even if there isn't a contract. They specifically laid it out in their statute. You also don't have an argument in equity. So basically, you're not going to get paid. If you come to our law firm and you have performed work that required a license and you are not licensed, we cannot help you. All right, so let's talk about another penalty that you have for working unlicensed, and that is you have no lien rights, and you also have no rights to a payment bond claim. So just one of the other reasons why this is a terrible idea. If someone gets hurt due to your negligence and you are unlicensed, there is a penalty for treble damages. And put in simple terms, that means triple damages. So let's say, God forbid, someone gets hurt and it's due to your negligence, you're unlicensed. Let's say their damages are $200,000. Now you're talking about $600,000. So again, another extremely steep penalty. There's something called disgorgement, and that's just such a bizarre word, but what it means is that sometimes people can actually get the money back from you if they sue you. And finally, you can and probably will be sued for unfair and deceptive trade practice. What does that mean? It means that you are, you're holding yourself out to be a licensed contractor, and you're opening yourself up to one of these claims. So the reason that this is an especially important thing is that you will expose yourself to attorney's fees. So let's say you worked on, something that costs only $2,000 and you think, well, it's no big deal. Well, if that homeowner goes and hires an attorney, it is a big deal, because not only will you have to pay back those $2,000, but you will have to pay attorney's fees. That could be $5,000, that could be $20,000. You get the point. And then finally, it opens you up to a claim for fraud and punitive damages. Punitive damages means we are suing you for more money than what this case is worth as a means of punishment. So I hope that's enough to make you think twice about dabbling. That's where a lot of people I find get in trouble. They're handymen, or they're plumbers, or they're a specific type of worker, and they go to someone's house, for example, and they think they're doing that person a favor, or they think they're making a few extra bucks and it's not going to harm anyone. But you are severely exposing yourself by doing that. And oftentimes it's for these little jobs. So take care of yourself, take care of your business, and just don't do it. As for homeowners working with an unlicensed contractor, don't get the idea that, oh, I'm going to work with unlicensed contractors because they have no rights against me and I'm going to take them for a ride. No, it's actually illegal for you to work with an unlicensed contractor as well, and you can be fined up to $5,000. So it's just a terrible idea all around. Don't do it. Hire licensed contractors. You will be protected. They have insurance. And if something goes wrong, which very frequently does in these construction projects, you will be protected. All right, so if you have any more questions on that, feel free to reach out to us. I'm going to leave a button down below. You can click on it to call us, or you can click on it to schedule a free case evaluation if you do have an issue that you need to speak to someone about. Have a great day.